Then he gets up and walks away. How come mine always be at the bottom? A little more volume. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Live from the American Family Insurance Studio at Radio City, sponsored by Concordia University, Wisconsin. All right, so have I got a deal for you? Today, it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgiveness of who? Forgiveness of what? Have I got a story for you? And it's about two things. I guess I should have said it's about forgiveness and redemption, but I got to say it. And I'm not going to say, I probably should have asked, but I digress. So, there's loan forgiveness, right? And there's special loan forgiveness for public service. And so the special loan forgiveness is for people that work in public service, law enforcement, nursing, fire service, nonprofit, right? So you get to fill out this form. You got to go to the federal government website, fill it out, all that stuff, right? So in my mind, I think it was me. I forgot, but I take full credit for forgetting the fact. So I sent this form to the federal government, and the federal government said, hey, there's a form missing. So I resent the form, and then the form I sent them, it didn't have the signature from the city of Milwaukee on it. So I've been waiting since last November 21st to have my loan forgiven for public service. And they said, hey, dummy, you didn't send in the right thing. So I get the form, and then I think about it. Wait a minute. So I did what? I went to Google. And I went in my email and I searched through my email. Guess what I found? The form that I sent to the city of Milwaukee to fill out page 2 to verify my public service. And I called, and they answered the phone. And the person on the phone said, and I said, well, I haven't gotten this form filled out. I sent it to you in November, and I had the date, the email, everything on this day at this time. And it's my fault because I didn't follow up and double check to see that you even sent it back because I forgot about it, but it's not here. Well, let me check the system and see if we have it. And the person checked the system. And then I was met with a slight pause. And they said, I see it. We'll get that taken care of. We'll get it to you today. She said, matter of fact, we'll take care of it right now. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, you know what that means, right? Last time they told me, we'll take care of this right now, right? That was last November. So I'm thinking to myself, so my request has been sitting in this system. I sent it the way that I was supposed to, and nobody took care of it. So I said to myself, that's the city for you. Falling down on the job, not following through, employees not doing things, terrible. But then I called this morning, and the person that answered the phone said, yeah, we got it here. I'll take care of it right now. And I said, what? And that was at 9:30. At 9:44, I got an email this morning. Attached is a PSLF form requested, which reflects your time of employment through the city of Milwaukee. Thanks. And I thought to myself, because you know me, I was ready. How come you didn't get this done? And I've been waiting this since last November, even though I forgot about it and it's totally my fault. I'm still blaming you, because that's what we did. And then I took a step back. And when she said, we'll take care of it right now, I thought, okay, I'll check back around noon, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Like 14 minutes later, boop, there it was. So I have to give a shout out to Marvella. I'm not going to say her last name. She did an absolutely phenomenal job today. She single-handedly restored my faith in city workers. It really wasn't lost, but she reinforced it today. Because not only did she say something, she actually did something. She came through. Now, the federal government, they're terrible. Didn't tell me I didn't have the right form. Didn't tell me the form was incomplete. I had to call them twice. And so only until I talked to the young lady this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is why I subsequently followed up with the city of Milwaukee, because she said, oh, that form isn't filled out. And I said, I must have sent it to you because I mailed it to you. She said, yeah, but the form isn't filled out. I said, well, were you supposed to notify me? And that's when she got quiet. I even wrote her name down in her ID number because I'm going to file a complaint against her too. Huh? Why? Because when I asked, she said, well, that's just what it is. I said, well, do you have a number can I just email this to you? She said, no, you got to fax it. I was like, what? You have to fax it or send it in the mail. I said, you know what got me in trouble is I emailed this. I mailed the original to you. The second sheet never made it. Who gets a form and I only send one sheet and it's a 2-sheet form? Like, think about that. Did it get lost? Did somebody throw it away? What happened? I think because it had police written on it, somebody threw it away from the federal government. And I would ask you to do one thing. Prove me wrong. That's what I ask. But what I couldn't do, right, is follow through with the complaint. Why didn't I follow through with the complaint? Why couldn't I follow through with the complaint of the people in the federal government, in the Department of Education, that dropped the ball for months and never said anything? Why can't I complain against the city of Milwaukee, who I sent this information to back in November, and they never followed up to fill out the form and send it back to me? Why not? You didn't do your job. And then as I was driving here, I thought, hey, stupid, talking about me, how can you possibly complain about the federal government, the city of Milwaukee? You're asking to be forgiven for a loan, and you have to give them what you're asking for. Forgiveness.
Is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth.
There you go.
I'm right there with you, because you know what, Ken? The county, Milwaukee County, is about a week away from me having to run up on
They suck.
because we took over a new property, right?
You still dealing with that? You didn't get your payment yet?
No, they gave it to the other people. And the other people cashed it and gave it to the other guy, and they said, well, you got to reach out to the property owner, you got to reach out to the old owner. And he won't respond to the property management company. He won't, because they got property management. Old one got bought out.
Wow.
And they got bought out January 1st. But they gave him a check. The old one gave him a check before the new year.
Wow.
So they said, we never got the check. The old people did. So either they owe me some money, the city, the county owe me some money, or this guy got to give me money. He's not responding to us.
Sue them all.
He's not responding. Excuse me, he's not.
How much time I got? 2?
I'm so upset about that, kid.
Sure.
I will.
What's the best part of getting more room? Making it your room. That's why UW Credit Union Home Loans make it easy. With an online application, great rates, and in-house experts to help at every step. It's how we make getting a home loan homier. So you can make your home more you. See why we're a top Wisconsin lender by applying online today. Because for every
I
stage
learned
of
something
life,
with your library
UW
today,
Credit
DZ.
Union is here for
Is that they
every
match,
equal
they
housing
guarantee the best rate.
At a time
Well,
when
they,
this information is.
Oh, yeah,
Match
man.
you $500.
$500.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a clutch. That $500 goes towards closing
That
costs.
impacts your family.
I
Just
actually.
normally is, then, no, I mean, maybe not half the closing costs, but it
It's
adds up.
it's a piece.
It adds up, no, man, the closing costs is what they owe you too.
And across the globe, text radio to
Not in a- we're not in a,
52886 and
we're
let
not in a
Congress
current
know you
environment
depend on local journalism.
Where,
This message furnished by the
People are
National
selling
Association of
something to,
Broadcasters.
At
We
We
wouldn't
Energies,
pay
we're
closing
committed
costs
to building
like
a
they
bright,
used to.
sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by
Now,
2050.
I didn't send
It's
y'all
part of
my
our
money.
plan to
Y'all
provide
wouldn't tell me,
affordable,
y'all wouldn't,
reliable, and clean
y'all wouldn't
energy
just be
you
like,
can depend on.
oh.
Learn more at weenergies.com. We Energies, people you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health.
26
Blood
seconds.
pressure, a greater
Oh,
risk of
no.
heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise,